your sex game is very important. If you have good sex game, this is gonna want her to come back and partake in it with you. If you have weak sex game, that's probably gonna be the last time that you're ever gonna see that girl. So one of the guys that I really admire and I really like watching this content when it comes to this topic is Sterling Cooper. Today we're gonna be reacting to one of his videos on the best exercises for sex and for thrusting power. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's see what we got.
She wants you to break her back. All right, guys. I'm here in Los Angeles, California with...
All right, so off rip, first thing he says, she wants you to break her back. Bro, like, that's exactly what she wants. She wants you to beat her to that mattress. She wants to really feel you as a man. That's just point blank, period. Just something about her getting pounded that she really enjoys, and she's always gonna be crazy about you if you do it the right way.
My personal trainer, Vlad Flynn, and today we're gonna give you guys the best exercises for improving the strength of your posterior chain, which will allow you to break her back in a good way. Now make sure you stick around to the very end, because the last exercise...
Exactly, it's breaking her back. It's breaking her back in a good way, right? You're beating it up, but it's a lot of love. It's a lot of, you know, you're getting out all that sexual tension, and shit, and girls go crazy over that.
Okay, exercise number 1 is the Kettlebell Deadlift. We're gonna go demo that for you now, and Vlad will be breaking it down for you.
So the first move we're gonna do is Kettlebell Deadlift. And again, before you break her back, make sure you don't break yours as well. Because again, with these exercises, there's a lot of hip hinging. And again, if you do it wrong, there could be lower back problems. So for this one, we're gonna set it up is kettlebell is gonna be between your feet, right about almost like where the heels, right where the feet are, right? You're gonna stand nice and tall, feet roughly shoulder width apart. And again, what you wanna do is use your hips, because again, that's the whole goal. Pushing your hips back, chest stays open, core tight, lats are gonna be engaged. And before you pick it up, again, you're gonna pretend to break the horn of the kettlebell. Again, that's gonna just ensure you engage the lats, chest is open, spine neutral, and then push your heels into the ground away from you and stand nice and tall. Good, perfect. And then we'll go back to the starting position and do, again, depends what kind of kettlebell you have, how many reps you can do, but again, we'll shoot for 12 to 15. If you can do more, it's perfect. And then we'll do a lateral view as well, so you can see. Again, for this one, you'll see when Sterling pushes his hips back, his chest is open, spine stays neutral. Again, we don't want to mess up the lower back. Lats are engaged, core tight, perfect. Awesome.
All right, so this is a great exercise. One thing I want to mention about this is I want to emphasize that whenever we're working out as guys, there's a couple of reasons why we work out, right? The main reason is for us to look more confident, to look better, feel more prouder of ourselves for the physique that we build. Also, our appearance, we're taking care of the way that we look, and we're taking care of our health. I think that's the biggest reason. One thing that I think a lot of guys overlook is the fact that we work out also for the sex appeal. And when you start incorporating workouts that are specifically for sex, this is just gonna step up your game even more, because that's what you're working out for, right? You're actually putting in the work and the time to emphasize your sex game. When it comes to working out, you have to think about your end goals in mind, right? If you're a fighter, you're working out so you can become more lethal, you can become more explosive, and you can win fights. If you're working out for football, you're working out so you can be more explosive, win games, win championships. But when it comes to when it comes to relationships with your girl, you're working out so you can hit that shit the right way, and also you're stepping up your sex game so you can please her. A lot of people think that this is just because for the guy, but if you really think about it, if you're in a married or a monogamous long-term relationship, a lot of these workouts are going to go into pleasing your partner and making sure that she's taken care of, that she's sexually being taken care of, and she's hitting those orgasms every time. Before they jump into the second exercise, so one thing I want to talk about this one again, it's the kettlebell deadlift. I think that one's great because the grip is right there in the middle. So you can also emphasize your hands, let me just stand up real fast. So your hands can actually hold on to your girl while you're hitting it. It simulates the movement a lot more efficiently. But I think that you can also do that same movement. You can do that same movement with a barbell, with a dumbbell as well. So I don't think it's specifically kettlebell is the only way that you can do that. You can do Romanian deadlifts. That's one of my favorite workouts. Romanian deadlifts with a long barbell. You know, you can do those Romanian deadlifts. You can also do the traditional deadlifts. I think that those workouts are very powerful because they hit a lot of different parts of the body. They're compound movements, so they hit other parts of your body as well. But I think that if you want to specifically focus on that grip, you want to make sure that you're getting like the closest thing to like you're actually hitting it. It would be the kettlebell, because you're focused right there on her hips. Your hands are going to be on her hips, and then you're focusing on the thrust. So this is a great workout, but like I mentioned, there's alternatives to it too. You can do the RDLs, or you can do deadlifts as well.
Is the kettlebell goblet squat. We're going to go demo that for you right now.
So in this second video, we are going to demonstrate the goblet squat. Again, another great exercise for that thrusting power that you can utilize. So
stop there real fast. So right there, he emphasizes it. It's the thrusting power, right? You want to focus on workouts that are thrusting. So you're doing the thrust. Boom. Romanian deadlifts, goblet squats, sumo squats, glute bridges with the barbell. Those are all powerful, but the movement is thrusting.
This one we're going to use a little bit lighter kettlebell. Again, it depends what you have, but we're going to pop it up in the air and hold it nice and tight, close to your body. Yeah, and then again, elbows are going to be tucked in, making sure again your core is engaged, feet roughly shoulder width apart, a little bit wider. For this one, it's going to be a little bit more knee dominant instead of hip dominant, but again, there's a lot of glutes involvement, still some hamstrings and quads. So for this one, pushing hips back, sitting into it, and then nice and tall. Again, making sure that you are sitting back into it and pushing through your heels in order to utilize the glutes and the full body. Again, the core stays tight, everything tight, spine is neutral, it's perfect. Again, a little bit more knee dominant in this one, but again, still.
All right, guys, so one thing I'll mention here is that your legs are the most important muscles when it comes to sex. The stronger legs you have, the better sex you could potentially have with your girl. So this is the reason why leg workouts are very powerful. Squats, everything that comes with the legs. If you think about like 70 to 80% of the movements that are happening in sex are all through the legs. Whenever you're hitting the doggy style, whenever you're doing missionary position, it's all that thrusting power, man. It's the thrusting power that you're putting into it. What I noticed too is that like girls like when they see you working on legs. I think it's just like the subconscious knowing that whenever you're working on those legs, it's the sexual part that comes with it, right? Like you know that a guy that has strong legs can better than a guy that has weak little scrubby legs that are, you know, like toothpicks, right? So you always want to have those strong legs, and don't ever overlook them, don't ever undermine them, and make sure that you're building strong legs along with a strong upper body. You know, you want to make sure that you're well proportionate, but your legs are very important. And I would argue that when it comes to sex, this is the most important muscle on the body, the thrusting power that you actually give off.
We'll see a lateral view of this one too.
So bring it
back up. Good. Nice.
Pushing
the hips back. Making sure your knees again don't go too far forward, sitting into it, and then nice and tall. Core tight. Again, making sure you're squeezing the glutes on top of the movement. Good.
And when it comes to
all right, so here they were performing a goblet squat, so you can do it with the kettlebell. I think that's perfectly too. Again, it's helping you work on the grip. I like to do these with a dumbbell, so you can get like a 40-pound, 50-pound dumbbell. Grab it from both sides there. Get one side of the dumbbell, grab it, and then just do the same movement. It's a goblet squat. You're going up and down. That one's great. I learned that one when I was doing jiu-jitsu, combat sports. It was great for the legs and the movement of the legs to be more explosive.
Good, like that. Again, it depends what's comfortable for you. You can do it upside down. You can do it more still upside down, but on the sides, holding that, yeah, right on there. Good. And again, elbows stay tucked in, right up against the chest. Good. And then the last one we can do is again just regular, like it's standing on the ground. Same way, you just pop it up and then hold it by the horns on the side. Same thing, close to your chest, elbows tucked in. Perfect. Those are 3 different ways you can hold it.
Okay, exercise number 3, the most important one, the most versatile kettlebell exercise you can do, the most versatile exercise you can probably do for your entire posterior chain is the 2-handed kettlebell swing.
And the last exercise that will help you with thrust and power is kettlebell swings. Personally, I love kettlebell swings because again, you work on strength, stamina. A lot of your muscles are going to be engaged in your body, not just your, again, it's a very glute dominant exercise and then hamstring dominant, but there's a lot of muscles involved, just like in a deadlift or Goblin Squad. So for this one, we'll set up a little bit, kettlebell's gonna be a little bit more in front, right? So you wanna, again, reach a little bit forward, almost like you're trying to hike a football. That's gonna be the setup. Feet are gonna be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Good. Standing nice and tall. Then again, this one is a big hip dominant movement. All you're using is your hips. You're trying to keep the spine neutral, lots of getting be engaged, core. So again, before you start the swinging, make sure again, like Sterling's doing, pretending to break that horn, again, to engage the lats. It's gonna be like you hiking a football, right? Or something that's, yeah, you're gonna hike it back. Again, break the horn, hike it back. Good, squeeze the glutes, push your hips forward. Nice, keep the core tight, lats engaged. Again, hip dominant movement. Spine stays neutral, and then squeezing the glutes on top. Good, squeeze, squeeze, nice. And now we'll do a lateral view so you can see a little bit better how the hips are moving back and forth. A little bit more in front, awesome. Lats engaged, core tight, good thrust. And see, his hips are going back and then thrusting forward, good. Glutes are engaged, they squeeze, and again, very glute dominant exercise. Building strength, stamina, nice. And breathing is very important for this one too. If you can hear through the mic Sterling's breathing, again, every time he thrusts forward, it's exhale. Deep breath in, through the nose, exhale.
All right, so one thing that I'll mention about this workout is that I think that this is probably the most realistic workout, is the hips that are going into action and the thrusting power. So I think that's a great workout for that part. Also, it's the conditioning that comes for it, because this workout is not, you're not dealing with heavy weight. You're dealing with more of a smaller weight size, the kettlebell, but it's helping you work on your conditioning as well. As you can see, Sterling in the video started breathing a lot more because it was taking a toll. It's kind of like when you're skipping rope. And that's why I think that this is probably one of the best workouts, because that's the same movement, energy that you're going to expect. You're going to be focusing on the power, the thrust that comes from the hips, and then also the conditioning, how long you can last. That's one thing that a lot of guys overlook, right? You have to focus, you have to make sure that you can actually last in that workout, right? That you can keep going, start sweating, start breathing hard, like it's okay, like you got it, your conditioning is on point, and you have really good stamina. So the last thing I'll note here is that there's also other workouts that you can use that will help you with this thrusting power. One of them is the Romanian deadlift. The other one is regular conventional deadlifts. That's very powerful for that thrusting motion. It's also gonna make you stronger. Deadlifts, a lot of athletes use deadlifts to become stronger, more explosive, but it's also gonna help you out in that bedroom. And the last workout that I would recommend is probably the glute bridges. This is a workout that a lot of girls do more than guys, but it's essentially, you lay down on your back, you put the barbell here on your hips, and then you drive forward. So that girls use that a lot for their glutes, so they can get that nice peach built. But guys, you can also use it for that thrusting power. So there you have it, guys. My quick reaction to this video. Let me know what you think. Drop it down in the comments if we missed any good workouts that can help you with that thrusting power. Also, if you need some one-on-one coaching to help you level up your style, level up your dress game, level up your attraction for the ladies, make sure to book a call with me on Setmore. I have it in my link in the description below. We can do some one-on-one coaching. I can guide you on what's the best strategies, techniques to level up your game. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, give us a like. Stay strong, stay fresh, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.